Hi guys, welcome to our daily encounter. In Psalm 81, we really see Yahweh's desire to bless and satisfy his people. In verse 10, he says, "Open your mouth wide and I will fill it." And then in verse 16, the psalm ends this way, "But I would feed you with the finest of the wheat, and with honey from the rock I would satisfy you." Again, we see Yahweh's heart's desire is really to just bless his people and to satisfy them, to satisfy their deepest longings. But there was a problem. The people were not listening to Yahweh. They were not listening to the Lord. In verse 11, it says, "But my people did not listen to my voice, and Israel was not willing to obey me." And so he had to deal with them. He had to discipline them. He says, "So I released them over to the stubbornness of their heart, that they would walk in their own devices. Oh, that my people would listen to me, that Israel would walk in my ways. I would quickly subdue their enemies, and I would turn my hand against their adversaries." And so he said, you know what? You weren't listening to me. You won't obey, so I have to just give you up to your own desires. And when people are giving up to their own desires, they can't really find true satisfaction, because true satisfaction only comes from the Lord. And so there's a disconnect where you have the Lord who wants to satisfy his people, but the people walking in the stubbornness of their heart, being given over to their own devices, their own desires, and ultimately not finding the true satisfaction that he could provide. And here we see a correlation between surrender and satisfaction. That one must first surrender their heart, their will to the Lord. And when that happens, when they open up their heart to the Lord, when they open wide their mouth, the Lord brings just sweet satisfaction, like honey from the rock. And this is true not only for Israel back then, but it's true for us today. It might very well be that we lack satisfaction in life, and maybe we even blame the Lord and think, well, you know, I'm supposed to live a satisfied life, the abundant life. I'm supposed to not be thirsty spiritually and empty inside. But here I am, just thirsty and hungry and empty spiritually. And we may wonder why that is. It might very well be that we just haven't surrendered. We haven't surrendered our heart to the Lord. And it's through that surrender that then the Lord can come and flood our hearts and satisfy us from within. As long as the door is shut, as long as our hearts are hardened, as long as we are walking in our own ways, then we shut ourselves off from the true blessings of the Lord and the abundant life he can provide. But when we surrender him, when we say to the Lord, "Lord, I give this day to you. I surrender to your will. I will obey you. I will listen to your voice. I will do what you tell me to do. I will listen to your word." And we live a life of full surrender to God, the crucified life. We take up our cross and follow Christ. In that way, then the doors are open. The Lord can come in and truly satisfy us. And so it's counterintuitive, but at the same time, it's very effective. It's on those days when we are fully surrendered to the Lord that we find sweet satisfaction. And he comes in and fills our lives with joy and peace and love and harmony. But again, it's only when we align our will with his that these blessings flow. So hopefully we'll be inspired today to do that. Let's open up our mouths wide. Let's surrender to the Lord, open up our hearts to the Lord, surrender to the Lord, and just obey the Lord and put him first again in our lives, and see if he doesn't come and just satisfy us in a way that we could never be satisfied chasing after our own desires. So these are some things we can reflect on and think about as we do our reading today. With that, guys, I do thank you for watching the video today. Hope you guys have a great day. Love you guys. God bless.